Eagles, and it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They come in really scuffling, losers of 7 in their last 8 games.
And they've been an underachieving team, but they do have some pretty good pieces in place. Let's see if they can use some of the younger guys and make themselves better.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they come in riding high, just 1 loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
And off we go from Denver. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with
his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Nix. Blitz coming, and down he goes. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Throwing Nix. And he's going to go down again. Myles Murphy in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Jalen Carter. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because it got his man complete. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. With touchdown number 27, that ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Eagles get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Denver's offense now set to go. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Nix to the air. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. And here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Eagles offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's putting together a remarkable season, currently the NFL's leader in passing yards as we play here in the month of December. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
Moments to happen, incredible when they do, and you saw the celebration, pure unbridled joy after that one.
Now Milton. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this in the red zone all the way inside Denver's 15. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Milton. Flushed out right. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 14-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Check. Panther. Hey. Check that.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Nix. Pressure comes and down he goes. Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush.
A 7-yard loss brings up 3rd down.
Here's Nix. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Here's Daniel Whelan now. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And it's fielded at the 34. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The Eagles offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his impressive season total as you take a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes at this point in the season. To throw is Milton. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Throwing is Milton. Touchdown! A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0.
Broncos, nothing.
Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Nolan Smith,
2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10.
here's Milton.
And he'll be hit as he releases it. Fall incomplete. He was looking for Matthews that time, and now it's 2nd down.
But you look at this Bronco defense.
And they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
To throw, it's Milton.
Going deep here for Matthews. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
On 4th down, Milton.
He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Eagles.
Here's Milton now to throw.
He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
They'll run with a rookie drafted in the 3rd round.
I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. Now a give, right side. Cummings. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
21-0, our score after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. They'll try and run for it. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there.
His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles continue to pull away here in this first half.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the route is on here in this first half.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger...
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Myles Murphy.
That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
To throw, here's Nix.
And that is incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10.
The Eagles offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And as we play out the final stretch of games, he entered our contest here as the NFL's leader in receiving yards.
He's going to look deep for Watkins.
That is incomplete.
That's a really good job in execution. They avoided the flag downfield and avoided giving up yardage for free. Really good coverage.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Going deep here for Watkins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
But whatever they called on defense, they made sure they were ready for the pass on that snap, made the proper adjustments, and helped force an incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 34.
19 tight, 19 tight. 18 run, 18 run.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Back to throw. Milton, he'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Eagles open the lead up to 34-0.
Elliott good on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Denver's offense ready to go again. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And he's going to have the Broncos first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards.
That's good. 4 on Denver Broncos.
To throw is Nix.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. This now a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
Operating from the gun. Nix into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to get the football here at their own 23.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
In motion, the tight end.
Trap 60, trap 60. 70 range, 70 range. Go.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to let it go again. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A huge play there for Houston. 68 yards.
At the 9-yard line.
Go. Panther 60, Panther 60.
They go play action here on 1st down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Buffalo 18. Let's go. Track at 60. Get up.
They'll look to throw again. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Eagles have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Broncos about set to go on offense. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting 1st downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better.
Everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Eagles are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. Quality coverage that time to slow down what's been the main source of offense against them thus far. Got to find a way to slow down that ball in the air.
Let's stay 19. 19 tight, 19 tight. Let go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He finds his man complete. It's Watkins. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Quez Watkins with career touchdown number 145, tying it with Marcus Allen for 6th on the all-time list.
And the Eagles have got it on cruise control.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
And Denver getting set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
It's now 3rd down and 3.
Looking to throw. Nix, and incomplete. They tried to drop it off, but he couldn't hold on.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here.
Throwing to start the drive. Milton. He's going to look deep down the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Come on, set.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Back to throw. Milton. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Again, he'll drop to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw again. Sliding out of the pocket. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Off play action. Milton. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 9.
And with that last throw, the record comes into focus as he has now gone over 500 passing yards in this game alone.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Looking to throw. Milton. Touchdown, Eagles. Albert O from 8 yards out. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Elliott good with a PAT. And a rout is on here in this first half. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Throwing to start the drive. Nix. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Second and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Back to throw. Nix.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
This time they stay on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
Liking 18. Dragon 60. Hut, hut.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Cougar 19. 69. 69.
Off the play fake. Milton.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before break. Milton.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our...
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Throwing to start the drive. Milton, he finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. And all the way down to the 42. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw. Milton. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
2nd and 10. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game.
And that's going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They've been brilliant, perfect on 4th down so far, 3 for 3, and they're going to try again here. Back to throw. Milton, past the 20.
He's got the first down and more than that.
Touchdown, Houston. Albert Okwuegbunam with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a...
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Set, roll, rig it, unlock line, reload.
They'll try to get this running game going with Williams.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not, and right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Working out of the gun is Nix.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Throwing Nix.
Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Looking to throw. Milton. It got his man complete. And he takes this in the red zone all the way inside Denver's 15. A huge play there for Houston. And even 60 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. 2nd and 4. Touchdown! Quez Watkins, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Eagles just continue to roll.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that drive, 4 plays, and the result, a Houston touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. But the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing.
Nolan Smith. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance.
Nix to the air.
And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Here we go. 7 Pirates, 19 Lions. Mustang 19. Ready?
Now Milton. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And he's got it inside the 10. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
19 tight. Go.
Milton.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. A line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Milton. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think about trying to dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
60 Bobcat. Here we go. Set. 79 Broncos.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Eagles get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
And coming out now, the Broncos.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Here's Nix.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Now it's Nix.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Broncos send out their punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Eagles offense back out, getting set for this next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is done.
Baron Browning buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot.
No question, that was needed by the defense because they're already trailing by a couple of scores. They had to get off the field without allowing another one. That sack on the first play, that may have derailed this drive.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. To throw is Milton.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Let's go. Trap 60, trap 70 range, 70 range.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43.
Check smash, check smash. Go.
Throwing is Milton.
Going deep here for Watkins. And this is caught. A huge play there for Houston. 42 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Here we go. Bronco 80.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Eagles are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet.
Welcome back now to Denver, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Elliott now to kick this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Set to take over, the Broncos offense trots back out. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Second and long. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. The visitors' offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city. But
and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Alex Singleton.
And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
To throw, here's Nix.
This is caught. It's Kirk. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Complete to number 13, Christian Kirk. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Brings up second and goal at the Eagles' 7-yard line.
Off the bootleg, here's Nix.
He'll buy some time right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it. Incomplete.
and that's
plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts.
The kick by Lutz is good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. And this has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game, well decided a long time ago.
19 tight. Check go.
Here's Milton.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Quez Watkins.
84 yards.
And the Eagles are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this fourth quarter lead.
And Elliott good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Denver's offense now set to go. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And the Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
To throw is Nix. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And the Eagles are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Number 84. A gain of 11 on the play. And an Eagle first down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. 79 Broncos. Come 19, come 19.
Here's Milton now to throw.
And Matthews over the middle with a grab. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
18, Pioneer. Chap 60, chap 60. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. And up.
To throw, it's Milton.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Elliott good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately,
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
now a 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to air it out deep for Matthews. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
That is caught. He's got the first down and then some.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Elliott good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Jake Elliott kickoff.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
Looking to throw. Nix. Got a man open. It's Sutton.
And Sutton will have a Broncos first down as he'll get this down to the 41.
At the 60. At the 60. Come on. Set. Ready.
Off the play fake. Nix.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Back to throw. Nix. He completes this to Sutton. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Nix looking for the out route here, and it's completed to Kirk. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for Broncos. First down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. That is caught. It's Williams. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Lutz with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
This offense making its way back out, led by their wide receiver.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to...
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Elliott good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. And we get another look now at this Broncos offense. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
The 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
It's another first down on a big gainer there, 33 yards.
Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Nolan Smith in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with the late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, but there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this.
Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
And it's caught. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Lutz good on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Well, this offense and their wideout headed back onto the field.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10.
He finds his man complete. It's Watkins. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Now Milton.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Let's go. 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Milton.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Elliott good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And